Good morning and welcome to the Fairy Coach Tarot channel. My name is Raquel. Thank you for being here. And today is Monday. And Mondays we have our interactive tarot about work and career. So we read the energies around our professional life, what are some opportunities that could be there, as well as what are the recommended next steps. All right, we have three beautiful decks. We have the animal tarot deck, the nature spirits, and the woodland wanderers. So a little bit of nature and animal theme going today. And we have our pink fairy, our blue fairy, and our yellow fairy. So let's get started. All right, and we always begin by grounding, centering, and connecting with the breath. So if it feels good to you, follow along. All right, sit in a comfortable position and then roll your shoulders back. Let's do it a couple of times to release that tension around our neck area. Now, gently move your neck from side to side, front to back. Very good. Now, if it feels good again, just put your feet flat on the floor. And if you happen to be barefoot, just wiggle those toes a little bit. Now imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet and imagine them going all the way into the middle of the earth, right? And then any tension, anything that you're carrying that is not yours to carry, disagreements, arguments, anything that feels like dense energy, visualize it coming down through those roots and going into the center of the earth, right? And then in exchange, the earth is giving you clean energy going right up those roots. All right. Now, take both palms of your hands and put them in the middle of your chest, right on top of that heart chakra. And let's take a couple of deep breaths together. Inhale through the nose, hold, and exhale. Try to do the inhale to the count of 4. Hold for a couple of seconds and then exhale double the time of the inhale. So let's go again. Inhaling through the nose. Hold and exhale. All right. Now that we have grounded and centered, choose the deck or the fairy that calls you intuitively right now. Ready? All right. We will begin with our pink fairy. And here we have our beautiful pink fairy to begin the day with. All right. Let's move the cards a little bit from side to side. I prepare the cards and the space before I start the video, but it's always good to wake them up a little bit by moving them, and I give it a little knock. And now we set the intention. Please give us guidance, insight, and advice for our professional life. Those energies around our career and work and the advice. What opportunities are there? And what are the recommended next steps? And a prayer of protection in love, in light for our highest good. And so it is. All right, let's begin with 2 cards. General energies. Now, what opportunities are there? two cards. We honor every card that comes out. And lastly, what are the recommended next steps? One card. All right, let's read all these cards. Let's begin with the general energies, then we'll do the opportunities, the recommended next steps, and everything together. So here we got the Eight of Wands and the Five of Cups. Interesting combination, right? It begins with the Eight of Wands and the Five of Cups is supporting it. All right, so the Eight of Wands, we are on that fire element. So whenever you see wands, think of intention and intentionality. But here, the Eight of Wands is always about going fast, fast energies, right? So, and it's telling you that whatever you are putting your intention in, right, will move fast, right? So let's say that you are searching for a job right now. So the energy is fast moving. So if you take the steps towards finding a job, it's going to go faster than usual, right? So anything that you set your intention to, that you do with intentionality at this time, there is fast energies moving forward. So what I would say is, what is it that you want and what is the step you can take intentionally here? Because intentionality, it's going to go fast, fast, fast towards the desired outcome. And the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, now we move into the water element, right? And the Five of Cups sometimes is a card of grief, like you can see here. This is a little bit of a grim card. However, remember that this is supporting it, right? And these cards are not prediction, they are just telling you the energy forecast. So, what the Five of Cups is supporting this Eight of Wands then is because the Eight of Wands is telling you fast energy, right? Anything that you do intentional is going to come to fruition. But the Five of Cups is bringing a not a warning, but a protective message. I prefer to say protective message over warning. So the protective message in this case is that you should check your emotions and check with yourself that we are not bringing to life anything that we do not want, right? So, for example, when we are a little bit tired or we're dealing with burnout or something in our personal life is not going well, we have those moments of catastrophizing, of seeing everything gloomy and doom. Now, if we allow that to lead our steps, what that calls is spiritually, we say calls that bad energy or that dense energy of things not working well and not coming our way. And that's because we are vibrating so low. So these cards are letting you know that the energies around your professional life right now, they are positive in the sense that you have energies coming in that's making things happen. That the right thing is to act with intentionality, but to check with yourself, to check with your moods, with your emotions, right? So if you are feeling low, if you are feeling tired, rest, take a breath, ground yourself, but do not take steps out of that energy because perhaps your body is asking you to rest, right? There are times, for example, that I get very tired at night because I do so much during the day. And sometimes I have to remember not to believe everything I'm thinking and I'm going around after 9 p.m. because most likely whatever steps or messages I sent or conversations I have after that time, they are going to have a bad outcome because my own vibration is low. So this is kind of telling you the same. check with your vibration, check with your energy, check with your moods, right? And be intentional with your steps. But if you're not feeling well right now, or if you are going through something, remember to rest and ground before taking steps forward. Now, let's look at where the opportunities are here. And we have the Nine of Swords, interesting, and the Page of Swords. And now we're moving into the air element that is swords, thoughts, and communication. So, what is the opportunity here? So, the opportunity that may come from our challenges, and it's very interesting we were talking about this, is that our thoughts may be running on negative, right? So to check with our thoughts that we're not going on loops of negativity, we're not going down the rabbit hole of negativity. So that's an opportunity to check our thoughts and to make sure that we do not believe everything we think that is negative. And now the Page of Swords tells you here is where the opportunity truly lies, is on having that growth mindset of saying, I am proactively going to choose thoughts that are empowering to me at this time. All right. I'm going to choose thoughts that are empowering and inspirational right now. All right, let's look at the first or the recommended next step and comes from the Fool. Wow, major arcana, major advice. And the Fool is telling you, all right, the next step to leap. Look at this. Take the leap. All right. So if there is a promotion around your in your place that you work and you've been thinking, should I apply? Take the leap. If there is a job that you really want and should I apply? Take the leap. If there is a conversation that you want to have with your manager to try to go to the next level, take that leap. All right. So the Fool is telling you that right now, going after what you want, even if it's scary, will be good for you. Remember that growth happens outside our comfort zone. So sometimes we need to take that leap towards the things that we want in our career, to make that call, to apply for that job, to have that conversation, right? So take the leap. Now, let's put it all together. So, general energies. Right now, there is a lot of energy going fast of intentionality. So anything that you set an intention towards will have this fast energy towards becoming a reality for you. Now, it is important that you check with yourself if you're tired, if you're going through a hard time, or if you just need to rest. Check in with your emotions, with your body, and make sure that you prioritize being grounded, being centered, being regulated before taking steps forward, because there is that fast energy that if not, we can call what we do not want. Now, the opportunity here is to check in with your thoughts, not to believe everything you think, and to actually make sure that you're not going on loops or down the rabbit hole of negativity, and make sure that you're choosing thoughts and a way of thinking that it is empowering and inspirational right now. And the next step forward is to take the leap, to be courageous towards your future, to apply for the job you want, to have that conversation with your manager, right? To bring that project that you want to bring to existence, to start your YouTube channel, to begin your blog, to do that thing that you've been wanting to do with intentionality and with inspirational and empowering thoughts. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this message as there may be someone who needs to hear it. And if you want private sessions, I remind you that I'm a board certified coach, board certified holistic energy practitioner with a master's in psychology, and I've been a tarot reader for 30 years. And I offer private tarot sessions that can be done online. And you have all the information down in the links below in my website, or you can also book your sessions through my Gumroad storefront. And I also offer pre-recorded readings if you prefer a format that gets sent to you and it looks like this video or audio. All right. And if you have any questions, please do reach out. I love answering questions and I can book your session personally. All right. Now let's look at the Blue Fairy for those of you who picked that deck. All right. Let's put all these aside. And here we have our Blue Fairy. All right, let's look at what this deck is going to tell us. All right, let's set that intention. Please give us guidance, advice, insight into our professional life. Also, what opportunities are there and what is the recommended next step? And we ask in love, in light, for our highest good. And so it is. All right. One card. All right. I think it's one card. Yes. Sometimes I worry if it's more than one. All right. Because I'm not sure when I see them. All right. Here is one card. All right. Now, what opportunities? Also one card. So this deck is more straightforward with us. And now, what is the recommended next step? Hold on. We're falling. Let's try again. Recommended next step. Nope. All right, that recommended next step. And here, yes, two cards came out. All right, so we have our cards and let's read them. Main energies around our professional life, and we have the Queen of Swords. We have that feminine energy, that divine feminine energy, and swords, the air element, right? And what is this telling us? So it is letting us know that this is a good time, energy speaking, to nurture ideas, to nurture inspirations that we have, right? To nurture that as it can take us to something else. So, what do I mean by nurturing ideas? Is what ideas have you been having lately about your work, your projects, your professional life, where your career is going? What ideas are you having? Nurture that, right? That feminine energy asks for nurturing. And how do you nurture those ideas? It is by making sure you're listening to yourself. You're paying attention to yourself and to the ideas that you're having. And those ideas can be, well, moving to another job, starting a business, right? Or really thinking about a project that you are having. So pay attention to yourself, to your ideas, nurture your thinking, your inspiration to something. This is what this queen is letting us know about the energies around right now. Now, what opportunities do we have? So, for the opportunities, and we get the devil, major arcana, major advice. Please do not be scared of this card. I know the wording, and more when we come from a Christian background, can be extremely scary. However, do not be scared. All cards in the tarot have their lights and their shadows, and the devil card is no stranger to that. It has a light and it has a shadow, and here comes as an opportunity. So what is the opportunity, right? What is that protective message that the devil is bringing? So right now It is to make sure you are not creating habits or attachments or addictions into anything that could sabotage your career right now. And what do I mean by attachments, addictions, habits? It's not only about first thing people think about substances or anything or abusing any type of substance that can be bonding or addicting. Yes, it could be that, right? But it could also be habits that we have, right? So maybe procrastination. Perhaps we have a habit of not being so comfortable. I know that for people that are introverted, like I am, I know I have a YouTube channel, but I'm very, very introverted, to be honest, and very shy sometimes. So I know that people that are introverted like me and shy, one of the things is that sometimes that shyness or that introversion is keeping us in that comfort zone where we do not speak up in meetings. And we create those habits, right, that can actually be bad for our professional career because we're not sharing our ideas, talking about ideas there, right? So when the devil card comes out and I tell you about to watch out your habits, to watch out the attachments that you have or the anything that you're becoming kind of an addictive behavior towards, it's not only the first things that we think, but it is everything else also, like habits that I like what I told you, out of comfort, you may not be speaking up. Also, perhaps you have all these ideas, inspiration, things that you're doing and you're going to more in your career, right? But perhaps there is a spending habit that we need to bring under control, right? So the devil is telling you right now that there is a major opportunity because it's a major arcana to take really a good look at your habits, the way you're thinking, your attachments, anything that becomes or falls into an addictive behavior, and make sure we're looking into that, right? And changing that. And that's our biggest opportunity right now. Now, let's look at the recommended next steps. And it comes from the Six of Swords and the Knight of Swords. All right. Very important right now because we have four cards on the table and three are swords. What does that mean? That the air element is dominating this reading. And the air element is our thoughts and our communication, right? So, what do I mean by this? I mean that right now, the way your thoughts are working and your communication is something to look at. And the next step, these Six of Swords are letting you know that the next step is to follow the the inspiration that you're having, because remember, this is the leading card of the reading, the major not the major arcana, but the major energy, right? The main energy. And this is the opportunity, but this is the next step. And the next step is that moving forward, right? Moving away from certain things and letting your discernment, your logic, your inspirational thoughts guide you. So it's just like the Queen of Swords told you here at the beginning, that it is important for you right now to nurture your thoughts and that discernment that you have, because it will bring you clarity. This Six of Swords is telling you, move more towards that. Lean onto your logic, to your discernment, towards clarity, and move away from anything that is not that is not clear, that is right now is about discernment, is about the mind, right? Um, Intuition is great. Emotions are signals. Everything you want, but right now for you, it's about the mind. Is that air element when it comes to your professional career? So move away from anything that does not give you clarity, that's not discernment, and move towards clarity, discernment, following your inspirational thoughts, right? And the Knight of Swords here tells you, and take action. Any thought that right now you have that it is inspirational, besides nurturing, take action towards what it's telling you. All right. So, what is your thoughts about your career right now? What inspiration are your thoughts bringing you? How can you move closer to that clarity? And what is one step that you can take right now towards that? All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this message, right? There may be someone who needs to hear it and also helps me. So thank you very much. And if you want us to look more in depth at your particular situation, I remind you that I'm a board certified coach, holistic energy practitioner. I have a master's degree in psychology, and I have been reading tarot for 30 years. I offer private online sessions that can be done from anywhere, right? And we can do them by video call, phone call, or even chat if that's what you prefer. And I have different amount of time, so there is something for every budget. So you can go to the links I leave you below, that it is my Gumroad storefront, as well as my website, where you can book your readings with me and your sessions or find more information. And you can also get a pre-recorded reading if you prefer that. And if you prefer to talk directly with me, find out more about my services and book directly with me, please reach out. All the information is on my website. You have my phone number and my email to reach out directly. All right. Again, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Like and subscribe. And now let's go with the yellow fairy. For those of you who picked this yellow fairy, here we go. All right, let's go with the yellow fairy on this deck. Move the energies around a little bit and give it a little knock. All right, let's set the intention. Please give us guidance, advice, and insight into our professional life, work, and career, the opportunities that are there, as well as the next steps recommended. In love, in light, for our highest good. And so it is. All right. Let's see. Ooh. And we had two cards that jumped out. So, main energies. And here, the opportunities. One card per opportunity, and the next steps. Two cards. And here we go. Let's read them. And the main energies, and who answers? The Ace of Cups, supported by the Nine of Swords. All right, interesting. So the Ace of Cups, what is this telling us about the energies around your professional life? Is that right now there is new energy coming in. There is an opportunity being handed to you. So there is this new energy coming in that brings an opportunity, something that can grow, something that can go to more. And because it's cups, is that emotional side, is something that has the potential to make you happy, to bring joy, happiness, good emotions. Even in some, for some that may be reading this, even could bring love. I know we're doing a work and career professional reading here, but this is an Ace of Cups. And an Ace of Cups is that new energy coming in that brings an opportunity for happiness. Now it's an ace, so it is that seed that can grow, right? So that depends on a lot of factors, including about us, but there is. So it could be an opportunity for a better job, for a new job, for that brings meeting someone at your job that is a relationship, that or that you meet someone that develops a good friendship. So there is this new energy of something coming in. Now, the Nine of Swords, or the Nine of Arrows, how they call it here. This is the card, again, Swords, air element, and here is telling you not to overthink things right now, right? So if you have this new energy, this new opportunity, this new thing coming in, do not overthink. Just know that it's there. Nurture it, work for it, but do not overthink and start catastrophizing, start thinking the worst, or just kill yourself with that overthink. Not to overthink it right now. All right, and the opportunity, right? That could be out of a challenge. And we have the Eight of Cups. Interesting here, water elemental again, but the Eight of Cups is telling us to walk away from something that may have brought us joy or something that we care about. Now, the right decision right now is to walk away from that. So, what does that mean? It means that sometimes when new, fresh energy comes in, it comes in or it gets pushed because we let go of something else. So, is that balance, right? Is that creating that space? And right now, perhaps is walking away from a job that once you loved, perhaps is walking away from a relationship that you cared very much about, maybe romantic relationship or maybe a friendship or even a relationship with a working type of relationship, something that brought you joy in the past, that you cared for, but that right now the best thing for your professional life is to walk away from that. So even it could be even in the personal level, because sometimes our personal life affects our professional life. So we sometimes need to take drastic decisions. So the opportunity is to walk away from something, but know that there is fresh energy coming in and it brings the potential of something that is going to bring happiness, love, and joy your way. So do not overthink it. Now, let's see what is the recommended next step. And we have the Queen of Swords and the Four of Cups. So the recommended next steps. Let's move it a little bit. Let's move the fairy so everybody fits here. All right. So the recommended next steps. Here we have that feminine energy and swords, that it is the air element and our thoughts and intellect and communication. And then it is supported by the Four of Cups, that it is the energy of a four, that energy of stability and structure, and Cups, that is emotion. So what is this telling us about the next steps recommended? So the next steps recommended, it is to right now take care of yourself. Self-care and confidence. Confidence in the way you talk and confidence in the thoughts that you're having. So take care of yourself. Make time for self-care right now, because with these thinking patterns or overthinking or negative thoughts and maybe walking away from something, it is time to take care of yourself, to pamper yourself, spoil yourself. And at the same time, speak confidently, speak assertively. Trust the way you think and trust in the way you communicate. And also communicate your needs right now. So be assertive, communicate what you think, what you want, right? And at the same time, give a lot of self-care to yourself. Make sure that if you're a very compassionate person, that you're also compassionate with yourself and you're not leaving yourself behind. And the Four of Cups is telling you not to dwell on things that are gone, but to remember to take the opportunities or the things that are being given to you. So, in other words, do not waste your time just looking at the past or looking at what has been done. Look into the future with hope and and hope, faith, and put those feelings into your future and to these new opportunities that are coming your way. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this message. And remember, this is a general reading for the collective. Take what resonates, let go of the rest, and never force anything. And if you want us to look more in depth at your particular situation, I offer those private sessions that can be done from anywhere. I'm a board certified coach, board certified holistic practitioner. I have a master's degree in psychology and I've been a tarot reader for 30 years. I bring all of that into my sessions to help you gain clarity. Those sessions are great for life transitions, for periods of change, and for emotional and spiritual support. So reach out, get in touch with me if you want to book, if you have questions. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have or any concerns, or if you want to know how my sessions can help you. So the links are below. So you'll have my website where you can book your session or get my information to contact me, my phone number, as well as my email. Or you can go to my Gumroad storefront where you can also purchase your session or purchase a pre-recorded reading that is done either in video call or audio, whatever you prefer, and send directly to your email. And the sessions can be 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 1 hour. It all depends on your budget and how much time do you really need for your question. All right. So please go visit the links below and get either book your session or get that pre-recorded reading or reach out for more information. And remember to subscribe to the channel as we have daily, almost daily videos. So today, Mondays, is work and career, and tomorrow we are looking at love and relationships. So have a lovely rest of your day. Be gentle and kind to yourself and to each other, and I'll see you tomorrow. Brightest blessings. Bye bye.